When planning semester, each of us makes a promise to students. We write it into syllabus. We promise specific goals, select literature, and design assignments. However, academic reality sometimes challenges these intentions. Students quickly realize that the most important point of the unwritten agreement is not the list of topics, but the grading system. John Biggs called this phenomenon the backwash effect. It refers to simple psychological mechanism. How and what we grade becomes the most important thing for students. We may declare that we value critical thinking or independence. However, if we start requiring students to memorize definitions on exam, students will begin to learn only those definitions. The answer to this conflict is constructive alignment, the foundation of effective teaching. This model is based on the assumption that goal, methods, and grading must form a single coherent line. Both elements are key in the name. Constructive refers to constructivism. It says that students build their understanding of the world through action, like analysis, design, argumentation, and problem solving. Alignment. It means that the entire teaching environment must somehow enforce and support these actions. In university practice, this means a slight reversal of the traditional planning process. Let's look at some practical tips. It's worth defining learning outcomes using operational verbs. Avoid phrases such as the student will become familiar with, because they say little about what the student will actually be able to do. Use specific verbs instead, like analyze, design, justify, or solve. Learning outcome should be measurable. Design assessment before you design the lecture content. Choose methods and activities. Classes should be practiced before the grand final. If the assessment is a project defense, the semester must be based on project work, collecting feedback, and correcting errors. In the age of AI, constructive alignment takes new context. If the goal of a course is writing an essay, and assessment only involves submitting PDF file, the traditional system stops working. We lose confidence in whether we're assessing a student's independent thinking or the ability to prompt. This doesn't mean, however, that AI should be banned. It simply requires rethinking the relationship between purpose and assessment. We have three options. Change the assessment format. Shift the focus to oral defense, live debates, analysis of the creative process itself, portfolios, or tasks requiring the application of knowledge to a new, unconventional context. Redefine the course objective. Instead of writing from scratch, the goal could be critical evaluation, fact-checking, editing of text generated by a bot. Assess the quality of work with AI. Assessment could focus on the quality of the prompt, the way the tool interacts with the students, and the ability to refine the instruction. Two rules facilitate the implementation of this model. Show students a map. Transparency builds engagement. If students know which exercise develops a given competency and how it will be assessed, they will more easily see the value of the effort. Less is more. Constructive alignment almost always requires stripping the curriculum of encyclopedic facts. It's better for students to master one key skills than to sit through 15 lectures with little practical application. The simplest test of whether we've applied constructive alignment correctly is to answer a question. Do you know why we're doing this exercise and how it will bring you closer to passing the course? If the answer is yes, it means that the objectives, activities, and assessment work well together.